Hey guys, and welcome back to Skyrim mod reviews. This week I have for you the Warmonger Armory. Now this is a very popular mod on Skyrim Nexus right now, but it is a great one, so I thought it was time I showed it off. So basically what it adds is a ton of new weapons and armors for the game that are supposed to be relatively immersive, but also looking quite cool at the same time, if I do say so myself. Anyway, our first armor set is the Nord Hero armor set. So here we have the whole shebang. We got boots that look similar to the Nord set. The gauntlets have little skulls on them. And there's a couple of dragon skulls on here. Now, here's the thing. On the belt there's a dragon skull hanging there. And if you're not a fan of that, there is an option to have it removed. So that's kind of what it looks like without it. Personally, I think it looks just dandy with it. And then this is the Nord Hero shield, and one of the special weapons that comes with it is called Frostvein. So if I draw that here, you can't really see it when it's zoomed out, but that is what it looks like. That is Frostvein. It's got kind of a weird, almost Falmer look on the bottom, and nice Nordic designs on the top. And it does come with a sheath. Oh, it doesn't. I stand corrected. I am a liar. I am a liar! Alrighty, so I will continue to show off all the weapons. So, we have the Nord Hero Battle Axe, which is just kind of like a normal axe. It almost looks like, oh, I don't remember the name of the axe. Almost just like a regular ancient axe, but kind of made to look not old, if I'm not mistaken. Next we have the Axe Staff. Now, Axe Staff is a relatively popular kind of modded weapon, but it does look very nice. And essentially, it's just an axe head stuck to the end of a staff. Oh yeah, that rock is getting the shit beat out of it today. Alrighty, next up is the bow. No, not Frostvein. The arrow and the bow. So this is the Nord bow. Again, it's just kind of like an upgraded ancient Nord bow. And it looks pretty good. And we can kind of see what the arrows look like if I draw them back. It has a nice little unique head to the arrow, so it looks very good. Next is the double axe. So this is... oh, let me get rid of those arrows. So it's basically just like a regular axe plus... damn it, Skype! Plus an extra double head on it. So it's kind of like a double axe, which is a common weapon you see. Very cool. We have, of course, the greatsword. It does kind of clip into the back a bit, but it's not too bad considering just how cool it is. Hiya! Alrighty, let me zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. Similar to the regular Frostvein sword, but if I can, you can see the tip is decorated a bit, and so is, of course, the hilt. Alrighty. Next, I've shown you the shield. Here's the regular sword. Thank you, game. Thank you. Thank you for being annoying. Appreciate it. Okay, this is the regular sword. It kind of looks like Frostvein, but is closer to the ancient Nord weapon. And with every set, you must have a regular one-handed axe. So if I kind of sheath it here, it kind of fits really nicely with like those two little knives sitting there. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, we have here the Nord Hero axe. It looks pretty good. It's not my favorite weapon, but it does look very nice and polished and fits very well with Skyrim. And of course, our last weapon is another named weapon. It is called Ysimir's Fane. It is a great sword. You can kind of see the hilt there. It's got a nice, unique look. And of course, you draw it, and it's just a boss great sword. It's kind of got the Frostvein hilt a bit, and is just more of a great sword version of it. Alrighty, moving on to the next armor set. Alrighty guys, so our next armor set slash weapon set is the Pathfinder. I don't know the exact story behind it, but if I were to guess, I would say it's probably for someone who's into like the light armor, but still wants a bit of decent armor on it. A mix of leather and metal. It comes with a pretty cool hood, which obviously you don't need if you don't like, and it has like bandoliers and pouches around him, plus like a little knife in the back. And it comes with a Pathfinder shield, which is this right here, and finally a Pathfinder sword, which Nothing crazy looking, but looks very nice and fits very well into the game. So if I can kind of look at it, and if we zoom out, it does have a sheath, so if you like the sheaths, got it. And if I can zoom in here, the hilt, it almost looks like you could thread something through that. That's cool. Anyway guys, next set. Alrighty, so our next set is the Rogue Thief set. This is for those who kind of want like a new look to the whole thief thing, or if you're kind of like an assassin slash rogue, for example. This is a really nice set. So we can see it comes with no weapons, but it fits pretty nicely with an ebony dagger or a daedric dagger, or whatever kind of dagger you have. And the hood is covered up by a mask. There's a couple of bandoliers, pouch. The dagger kind of fits like perfectly in between the two different pouches. He's got some lockpicks on his belt. And back here we have poisons, keys, everything you need for the thieving trade. And right here on the side are a couple of extra daggers, maybe throwing daggers, whatever you want them to be, really. And is altogether a very, very nice looking set. This next armor set is the Vigilant of Stendarr armor set. So it only has 2 pieces in it, but it's a very nice look, especially if you're into Stendarr. So of course we have a oop, that was weird. I zoomed in too much. A Stendarr kind of like thing hanging from his belt going across his chest. The hood actually has a piece of armor in it, so it looks more than just kind of like a magey feel. It's got a nice book over here, maybe for the Stendarr book people. I really don't know. A couple of daggers on the back for when you really need them, and then of course the pouch on the back with a nice little armor plating on the side. A very simple set, but looks very polished and nice. Okay guys, so the next little thing I wanted to mention is, and this is very, very cool, you can actually turn dragon priests into belts. Now what it does is it actually does get rid of the actual mask, so you can't wear it anymore, but of course you could always console command it. And it doesn't have the same effects it does when you wear it on your face. For example, this one, I can't remember the name of it, I believe it's Cartharak or something close to that. You can wear it on your belt, and it is compatible with bandolier mod and stuff. And it has a chance to heal you or summon a Dremora when you get low on health. There's like a small chance, don't know what it is, of course. But it just looks really nice, and obviously on this one there is a bit of clipping, but it's not a huge deal, and it's almost not even noticeable when you're walking. Or you could just find an armor that doesn't have something on the belt right there. And I just think it's a really neat idea. Anyway, on to the next weapons. So the next 2 weapons in this mod are for those who are fans of Redguards. They are, of course, Alakir's Saber, which is this one. You can kind of see it hanging there. It does have like a little leather strap that you stick it into, which is a very cool idea. And the hilt looks very ornate. I believe there was already one in the game, but this one looks a lot better. So you draw it and zoom in. I know I've already got the dagger still equipped. But you can kind of see how it looks. And then, of course, there is, if I can go, is the Alakir dagger, which is just kind of like a smaller version of it, and it's farther up on the belt, and it just looks really nice. Can I equip both at the same time? Probably. If I can find it. There you go. And it actually doesn't show up, which is pretty hilarious. So maybe you want to equip the sword to your right hand slot. Okay guys, so the last 2 armor sets are only for DLC if you have Dragonborn and Dawnguard. If you do not have these, then you cannot get these armor sets, and they are certainly quite cool. So the first one is Telvanni. There are a lot of different variations, so I'll go through them. The first one is Apprentice Set. So this is Apprentice gloves, boots, and the robe. And if I kind of zoom in, you can see all the cool doodads and whatnots. I did actually leave the mask on, which I shouldn't have done because there is something blocking it there. It looks like ash. And a couple of vials of potions. Here's the back of the robe, of course. Looks very nice. Next up we have, there's actually an enchanted version which makes it, gives a lot of cool enchantments and stuff. So then you have 2 different versions of Telvanni gloves. One's black, one is regular brown color. And if I put these back on because I like them better. You have Telvanni master robes, which look like these. And if we kind of zoom in, there's like a pouch, a cool book. It looks like a black book. That's very nice. And bigger vials, a couple more pouches, a scroll that looks like maybe a map. And then you have The regular variation, which you may have seen by playing through the campaign, it's got the same stuff on it, except different coloring. And then there's the awakened versions of those. And then just regular Telvanni robes and shoes, which just are regular shoes. And on to the last set. This is the last armor set. It is Shadow Warlock Set. Now this is one of my favorite sets because I like the idea of being a warlock or a dark magic user, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's a hood, one of the Dragon Priest hoods, plus a mask, a couple of bandoliers, a nice pouch, some potions, and on the back there is room for one of the Dragon Priest masks, so it does go very nicely with the set. Again, as with all of the sets, it looks very high quality and very nice. And he's got kind of a cool looking dagger there. At least the hilt looks pretty cool. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's Skyrim mod reviews. Take a look at my new outro. Woo! This is the first episode that it will be on. It's pretty awesome. I had Affluent Designs make it for me, so check him out if you're at all interested. Bye-bye!